Why does the black man serve the white man? Why does everything the black man do benefit the white man? Why does the black man say freedom is doing what I want to do? And why is it that everything he wants to do enriches the European?
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Peace, everybody. This is your brother, Mr. Holip. Haven't done a video like this in a while because I swear it's like content overload online between TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube and Twitter. It's just so much fucking content. So many people talking about the same goddamn thing. So many subjects being covered over and over and over and over again. Even when it comes to like nationhood. I feel like I'm at the copy and paste stage of my existence right now. Like, I don't have to really create any new content saying anything new because I've covered just about everything you can cover in regards to land, infrastructure, and nationhood. So basically, I just sit back in the cut watching and trying to support, you know, the BAIO members on the come up, like my brother Jabari, my brother Yamoja, my brother Ronan Black, Underrated Mind, Sisters for Nationhood. We're trying to get a STEM show going and get a business, finance, and economics show going. And I'm just like basically playing the background, just being a support system for all the things that we have coming up. But I wanted to touch on this in particular because I felt like I haven't really heard this take on the whole relationship thing. You know, you hear about Kevin Samuels being really popular in the space right now, and people talking about high value men, and you know all this different terminology: red pill, blue pill, manosphere, this, that, whatever, McFeminism, MGTOW, incel. All of these things is like being, especially if you go on TikTok, it's like nonstop barrage of people giving advice on relationships. But I think one of the things that I always say is that the older you get, the less well, I shouldn't say that. The less being right becomes to you. You should always tell the truth. But the less being right becomes a thing when you get to be older. I find that being right and want to be right is like the domain of young people. Because you're young, you don't really have a lot of experience, and like you tend to be very dogmatic in your younger years in terms of what reality is, what's right and wrong, or whatever. And as you get older, your ideology comes smack dab and confronts reality, confronts life. And then what comes from that, I figured when people get to their 30s and 40s and stuff, is the aftermath of that battle that life and you in your 20s went through. Because, you know, going from 18, coming out of high school to your 20s, it's like you've got this ideology of who you think you are and what you think life should be and what you think the world should be. And it comes smack dab with the reality of life. And what's going to come in your 30s and 40s is what the result of that battle was. Life and you and how you deal with it. So I say that preamble because I think there's a lot of things that people miss in this whole thing about relationships. And we all go through relationships. We all are delusional. Both men and women are delusional. So I hate when they keep throwing that word around like it only applies to women. Men are just as delusional. And it's not even in regards to relationships. People are delusional when it comes to career choices. People are delusional when it comes to, like, everybody who starts up a YouTube channel and think they're going to get 1 million subscribers is really being delusional. But does that stop them from doing it? You know, some of the greatest things that ever happened was because people were delusional enough to think that it could. So it's not my job to, you know, tell a person whether they're delusional or not. Like if there's a woman that has 3-4 kids and weighs 300 pounds and she wants a guy with a six-pack, earns 6 figures and is 6 feet tall, who am I to tell her that, oh, that's delusional? It may be to me, but my thing is, I don't have to live with that woman. So what do I care what her choices are? She can choose whatever she wants to. She could be just as delusional as she wants to be. Ultimately, she's going to have to make a decision on whether the way that she's thinking about things, is it the right way? Is it a rational, responsible way, or is it not? And she will deal with the results of her decisions, which gets back to what the main purpose of this video is. Choices. It's all about your choices. And I think that that's what gets missed in this big picture of people going back and forth about how fucked up men are, how fucked up women are. And when you really think about it and you're really honest with yourself, if you take 10 men and 10 women, put them in a room, 10 of those women are probably only going to be attracted to maybe 1 or 2 of those 10 men, right? Let's flip it around. Maybe 2 of those 10 women, all the men is going to be attracted to those 2 women out of 10. So that means you got 8 women left in the cold, 8 men left in the cold. In terms of, well, I wouldn't say left in the cold, but I'll say they're not the ones that's being picked. So they have to fight over the 2. So the 10 men have to fight over the 2 women, and the 10 women have to fight over the 2 men, right? So what happens is the men will get with this, let's say one of the men happens to bag one of those 2 women. So when that happens, then the woman will, let's say, give a shot to the other 8 men. Not all of them, but some of those 8 men might be able to get, something for. So then the guy who got the 1 girl out of the 2, his response is, man, these bitches ain't shit. Let's flip it around. The women are fighting for the 2 guys. They managed to pull one of those 2 guys, but then one of those guys that they pull wants to fuck all the other 8 women. And what's their takeaway? These guys ain't shit. You see where I'm going with this? Is the problem the guys? Is the problem the women? Or is it the problem your choices? The men that you choose are treating you a certain way that you don't find desirable, so you claim, because I have a take on that too. The women that you choose are behaving in a way that you don't find desirable, and I'm going to challenge that too, but you choose, then you blame all women. The problem is you. And I'm saying this to both men, and I'm saying it to the women. The problem is you, because nobody can force themselves into a relationship with you. You have to choose to engage in a relationship with every person that you've been with. So if you've been with 10 men, and every relationship you've been with men has been dogging you out and cheating on you and being disrespectful and not being honest and not being loyal and blah, 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 then guess what? You're choosing that type of man over and over again. It's not their fault. They're not fucking fooling you. You know exactly what you're getting involved in, and you choose to look the other way because why? They fit that Rolodex of what you want in a man. Same thing with men. I see these videos. These videos are hysterical to me. You got these women you got these guys who are doing videos about these Instagram models, right? Oh, these women are delusional. Oh, these women only showing their body online. These low value women. But guess how they got on your video, dude? Because they had a body. Guess how they got on your podcast and your shows? Because they had a body. So you're complaining about how the way that they're acting is the wrong way, yet you're rewarding them for their action. I mean, I can go on all day for the contradictions in the so-called manosphere and the men's move. Highest value woman is a woman that's a virgin. And then if a woman doesn't put out when you date her, you got to bounce. So which one is it? Are you that dense that you can't even deal with the cognitive? There's no cognitive dissonance. Anyway, I don't want this to go on because it's really a simple message. It ain't men. It ain't women. It's you. You're the problem. Your choices are the problem. So if you're having problems with your mate selection and the mate that you select, he's putting you through the same shit over and over again, the problem ain't the mate. The problem is you. So you can listen to these gurus. You can listen to all this bullshit. You can look at it like everybody wants to show how the other one is wrong. I mean, that's all low hanging fruit to me. Because the men are picking Instagram thought and the women are picking dudes who's running through multiple women because they fit the mold. They got the 6-pack, they 6 feet tall, and they got 6 figures. And to be honest with you, that's kind of bullshit too, because I know dudes who's pulling chicks without any, like they may have the physical appearance, but they ain't got no money. Sometimes just having the look, it gets you over it. You know, you fuck the 6 figures. You got the 6-pack and you 6 feet tall, you getting some pussy. Trust me. So it's a lot of stuff that's being passed around. It's like not nuanced. People ain't really thinking it through. But I just wanted to give my take on that. Like, just stop. Stop it with the men ain't shit. Stop it with the women ain't shit. Just stop it. And just look in the mirror. Know your bullshit. Here's something I'll leave you with. Next date you go on, ask the person that you're, on the date. Just ask them. Tell me how you're full of shit. Just ask them that question. If the person can't answer that question, then run for the tall grass. Run. Get out of there. Because I can tell you how I'm full of shit. Everybody's full of shit It's just a matter to what degree. So just ask them, what are you full of shit on? What are you completely contradictory and full of shit on? If that person doesn't have the self-awareness to break that down to you, run. And I'll just leave you with that. Anyway, hope you're having a good, whatever this year is. I don't know hopefully this shit is, gets back to some form of normalcy, at least where we can go and socialize and be active again. Because I know I've been feeling like a goddamn bear for the past 2 years. Anyway, holler at you good people later. Peace.
You can't compare to the status right here. Legendary worldwide, we can battle right here. Listen, Junior, I'ma tear back your wig. This ain't TV, but I'll show you what a fear factor is. Stop grilling me, and all that fronting is killing me. You leave me no choice but to hurt your feelings, G.
About to slap rappers around and bruise the game.